What it do, homie? So today we are out here with a donation. I do not know nothing about this artist, Andrew Hulshult, right? Checking out Departure to Destruction. Love that title. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up. A lot of low, heavy, and punishment. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wow, okay. Is this just an instrumentation? Oh, comments are turned off. Okay. It looks like, oh wow, this is 6 years ago. Oh, Dusk. Oh, it's from a game called Dusk. I feel like they might have mentioned that. Let me see. It's from a game called Dusk. DUSK game. Butchery and bloodshed must be mastered. It's a first person shooter game. Oh, I see. Okay. And it looks like, some of these, it almost kind of reminds me of like old school Doom. Now that I have context, I can understand why this music is musicking right now. Okay. Yeah, this that rip and tear type of energy. All right. One thing that I've come to notice when it comes to video game music is that obviously a lot of it kind of depends, what makes something listenable, right? You got people out there that curate playlists depending on, what the mood is supposed to be set. Like there's a little bit of a science to it. Like when somebody approaches you, let's say that you're a music composer and somebody approaches you and say, hey, we need some music that essentially is probably going to be listened to in the background. You know what I mean? But we still want it to be somewhat memorable. There's something memorable about this song, right? That's made 1,500,000 people to come and listen to it. Because not every video game soundtrack gets this unless it's something that's memorable. Then again, if the game is amazing, there's also that. But if you, as a composer, I find you don't want it possibly to be too busy, right? So I think the number one thing to do is, of course, to have a repetitive. You need something that's repetitive in there. And I think if we go back and we look at it, any type of game that's like this, like horror or, like Doom-esque style games, I feel like you might see that repeating nature. I mean, even in, what's his name? Mick. I'm forgetting his last name, but the guy who composed for the Doom, using chainsaws and everything. I think you would even see a little bit of repetitive motion in there as well with the higher end, the top end where the melody, that's where they have the fun at. But all of the low end, the drums have a repetitive nature to kind of give you the idea that there's something that's playing, right? That foundation that you can go around and start ripping and tearing to. And then the execution of that, right? If it really makes you feel like you are just this bad dude that's just going around, which is an amazing feeling, then that's when you've truly successfully created a perfect background track to go and do your dastardly deeds to. And I'm getting that same thing here, right? We had a really powerful intro, and then we have this repeating motion, the drum, right, with soaring guitar leads in the background, a lot of reverb, a lot of note bends and everything. Beautiful. right here. Right here. It's like a gunshot or something. Footsteps. Repeating. Yeah. It's funny because now that I have some context about the game, I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, if I had the controller in my hand and this song is playing in the background, bro, something getting jacked up, right? We all got that hype music that we listen to when we playing stuff. I know some people cure up playlists to play when they're playing like really competitive games, you know, because music sometimes is kind of like a magic spell or a magic spell or a magic potion for the ears, right? You be like, hold on, let me lock in. Some people lock in silence. Some people just need a departure to destruction, right? To get their destruction on. Top in, get more complex. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nah, this just cooked. Nah, this song just cooked. That last part right there just sent this song into the stratosphere, which is crazy because that's when most of y'all kicking on. That's crazy. No, you had this nice motion, you had this nice rhythm, you got us going. You know, you hear this a lot in metal music, right? They'll establish a rhythm, and sometimes it'll be something real complex, so that when they reach that inevitable breakdown, reason why it hits so hard is because they utilize that silence. The silence is the key, I swear to everything. Silence is a key to a great breakdown. You know what I mean? So that dun 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 dun, that right before that dun, that silence right there after listening to something that's just been pretty much every nook and cranny been dominated. That's what made that hit so much harder. Wasn't ready for that. I got rewinded. See, it's busy. Silence. That's fire. I've been running this channel for about 5 years now, and 5 years. I'm going six total, right? I had a channel that I started back in 2019 that I actually lost to some hackers and everything. So this is technically my second channel. So about 6 years now. And I remember I tried to like react to like some soundtrack. I actually think about, I actually did some reactions to the soundtrack to the Dune, right? The movie and everything, because I really like Hans Zimmer. They didn't do too well, you know what I mean? So I listened to a lot of soundtracks, just soundtracks only with no lyrics on my, like just on my own time. I would not mind like doing some stuff, like some reactions to like soundtracks and everything. I don't think it does well as far as reactions, so I'm still not entirely sure if it's a good fit on this channel. Ones that don't have lyrics, I should specify, right? Because the ones that have lyrics, there's something to grab onto. So people tend to look for reactions for that, but not to just soundtracks where there's nothing on it. So y'all let me know If you want me to do some more, let's see if we can get this 300 likes. That lets me know that there's at least an interest. And then put some suggestions down there. All right. Dave's out.